Thank you for staying with us here on THV 11 Plus for Arkansas News Now. I'm Ashley King with meteorologist Tracy Bean.
Good afternoon. Yeah, we start the day together and now we're doing the middle of it together as well.
We had lunch together today.
We did.
We're just doing a little bit of everything. And the weather is so nice. We should have had it outdoors on a patio.
I know. What are we going to have to do for dinner? I think that's where we'll head.
What are we having, Tracy?
I know. Well, let's start out talking about how nice this sky is. After yesterday, again, anything is nicer than yesterday. Temperature-wise, that's the first reason things are really nice. We are 24 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. All those stratus clouds and that cold air continue to just stay in our area. But yeah, that 24-hour temperature difference definitely showing, especially in the central and the southern portion of the state, where we're anywhere from 24 to 25 degrees, again, warmer. So I'll take it there. We are seeing a lot of wind today as well with that blue sky. We've got that frontal boundary that made its way through, and back behind that, we've got some very gusty winds. Now, we are looking at that northwesterly flow around 16, gusting to 28, and we've got some very gusty winds to our north, anywhere from Batesville, Jonesboro, Harrison, Mountain Home, even Fayetteville area. They are seeing those winds anywhere from 30 to almost 40. So by sunset, I think we'll start to simmer down a little bit with those winds. But yeah, temperature-wise, we're looking good right now. 60 in central Arkansas right now, and yeah, things are warming up nicely. We'll talk more about the next couple of days coming up.
And we're still following breaking news out of North Little Rock as we've learned the mayor is under investigation after a complaint was filed against him. According to the city's director of communications, a complaint was filed with Arkansas State Police about a, quote, interaction at a public event involving Mayor Terry Hartwick. His office says he is cooperating with authorities, but they have not released any additional details about the event. Our newsroom is working to learn more information. Stay with us on air and online for updates. Also happening today, Aaron Spencer kicks off his campaign for Lonoke County Sheriff. This comes just over a month before he heads to trial for second-degree murder. A conviction would remove him from the race. Spencer says his arrest last year for allegedly shooting and killing a man accused of sexually abusing his daughter is the reason he's running. He will face incumbent Sheriff John Staley. Now, continuing our coverage of the ongoing questions surrounding Little Rock City Director Ken Richardson. Another Little Rock City Board meeting has come and gone without the Ward 2 director, who hasn't attended since May of last year. THV 11's Catherine Rowley speaks with Director Hines and breaks down what his resolution could mean for Richardson's future in office.
The resolution that has been on the city's agenda since October will hopefully be heard next week at the Board of Directors meeting. The resolution by Director Hines was filed after a recall petition led by Ward 2 residents. But some on council say that they are not going to be supporting the resolution.
I didn't vote for Director Richardson. I don't live in Ward 2, and I believe it's up to the residents of Ward 2 to take the action against Director Richardson.
I felt the need, with Director Richardson's absence and his inability to be able to fulfill his duties as a city director, that the board should speak to it.
The resolution was filed by Director Hines in early October. The petition for a recall was filed in mid-September, citing that Ward 2 has been paying taxes without representation. But not all directors support the resolution of Director Hines.
It's non-binding, but it does work as a statement for his peers on the city board as to what our thoughts are about his continuing to serve or not.
The only way that a sitting board member can be removed is if there's a recall petition filed and enough signatures are gathered. The resolution has no bearing on the removal of Richardson.
We have a lot of things to do. We have a budget to take care of. We have other issues that are very pressing. I just think it's a waste of time, and we should not be engaging in that type of politics.
Director Miller expressed concerns during Tuesday's meeting on whether or not it's really the board's place to speak for the residents that elected Richardson as their representative.
I really believe that it opens up a Pandora's box. Where does this end? Any of us could come up with a resolution against another board member for whatever reason. It's not our place to do that.
As for why the wait, Hines explained that there's been absences on the board, but would allow Richardson to decide his next steps.
I thought with some absences that we had that it would be better just to wait, to put it off maybe with the hopes that Director Richardson would go ahead and do the right thing and resign his position.
The resolution has to have 6 yeses to pass. Hines is planning on putting that resolution on the regular board of directors meeting next week. Meanwhile, that's the earliest that we could have an answer. We have reached out to Director Richardson for comment and have not heard back.
Well, potholes continue to be one of the biggest headaches for drivers in Little Rock, and new numbers show just how widespread the problem is. The city logged more than 2,000 pothole complaints this year, and with winter approaching, crews say more damage is likely. Public Works tells us they've wrapped up a $10 million paving plan and even fixed 3 extra roads, but attorneys say drivers are still dealing with crumbling pavement. Crews filled more than 500 potholes in the last 6 months, and the city is urging anyone who spots new ones to call 311. Another bond proposal is coming next year, and leaders say residents will have a chance to weigh in on what roads need the most help. Arkansas's unemployment rate is also ticking up, but it's still below the national number at 3.9%. These September figures show the state added more than 3,000 jobs, along with an increase in people re-entering the workforce. Private education and healthcare saw the biggest gains. And with next year's midterm elections less than a year away, President Trump has begun hitting the road to talk about a key issue on voters' minds: affordability. The president traveled to the battleground state of Pennsylvania Tuesday to tout job growth and falling prices, but many Americans say prices are still too high. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
I just want to say hello, Pennsylvania, and I'm thrilled to be back.
President Trump used a campaign-style speech in Pennsylvania to defend his administration's economic agenda.
I have no higher priority than making America affordable again,
while blaming Democrats and the previous administration for inflation.
Prices are coming down very substantially, but they have a new word. You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability.
Government data shows the inflation rate had been falling at the beginning of the year, but began slowly rising again this spring, around the time President Trump imposed widespread tariffs. The cost of a gallon of gas is down compared to the same time last year, but utility bills are up, and shoppers say they're still feeling the pinch at the grocery store. Many are giving the economy mixed reviews.
We're definitely failing. We're definitely faltering.
For myself personally, I'd probably say about a good B. Just because my investments are doing pretty well.
Recent CBS polling finds a disconnect between how President Trump talks about the economy and how Americans say they feel, something Democrats are seizing on ahead of next year's midterm elections.
Donald Trump and Republicans have done nothing to lower the high cost of living. Housing costs, out of control. Electricity costs, out of control. Child care costs, out of control.
Democratic leaders have also warned of rising health care premiums, with enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies set to expire at the end of the year. On Thursday, the Senate will vote on dueling proposals to address the issue. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The city of Little Rock is rolling out its new Green Restaurant program. Right now, 3 restaurants are certified green, meaning they have policies and procedures in place to recycle, conserve resources, and promote earth-friendly choices. Trios, The Root, and Cafe Africa inside the Little Rock Zoo are the first ones to participate, and the owner of The Root encourages more businesses to be a part of the change.
Choosing paper straws, biodegradable straws, and the same with your takeout containers, cups, anything like that. Those are choices that you can make that will make for a better future for planet Earth, for Little Rock, and even down to your community. So we are excited that the city is launching the Green Restaurant program, and we're so happy to be a part of it.
To earn certification, restaurants also need to ask customers before giving out straws and utensils, offer vegetarian or vegan options, donate food, and source it locally. Also, train employees and install proper signage, and of course, get rid of all styrofoam. You can find this detailed list and learn more on the City of Little Rock's website under the sustainability section. A mailbox like no other. Kids in Arlington are getting letters straight from Santa. Coming up, the magic behind this community tradition.
We've got a lot of blue sky out there, but we've also got some very windy conditions today, gusting up to almost 30 miles per hour here in Central Arkansas. I'll let you know how long this will last, and also these beautiful temperatures when we get back.
Well, freezing temperatures are forecasted across much of the northern United States today. There was an overnight whiteout in Wisconsin and Minnesota where people are bracing for more snow, which is a little bit earlier in the season than usual. And in the Pacific Midwest, a powerful storm system dubbed an atmospheric river dumped inches of heavy rain, flooding roads and homes. So yeah, they're dealing with a lot.
None of that.
Thank
We're not going
goodness.
to have any of that, which is good news. I know, with it being December and you talk about white Christmas, but in Arkansas we don't get those. I mean, it's rare, very, very,
Very
rare.
rare,
But we are seeing again some above average temperatures for the next couple of days, and then we're going to get a little cold snap. But I don't see anything getting just too terribly cold as we're heading a little bit towards the holidays. So today, hour by hour, again, not necessarily a lot going on. We're seeing those temperatures rise up into the lower 60s this afternoon, which is really nice again after yesterday's kind of cold, cloudy day. But we are seeing a lot of wind today. We've got a boundary that came through, and that's bringing in a very tight gradient, meaning some gusty winds, and we're certainly seeing that across the entire state. So what to talk about over the next couple of days? Well, it's going to turn colder as we're heading into the weekend, but that weak boundary that is bringing in all of those very gusty conditions, it's fairly dry. It's not looking to anticipate any rain from this. However, as we're heading into the weekend, a stronger, I should say, cold front coming in, and that's going to provide some very, very cold air, and that is also going to bring in a little tiny chance for some rain on Saturday, but very minor. So taking a look across the state right now, 60 in central Arkansas, we are seeing the impacts of that cooler air as it comes into northwest Arkansas. So this morning they were around 48, so their temperature hasn't moved a ton, where we have moved quite a bit this morning. Again, we started out above freezing, which was really nice, but we've gone up quite a bit, so that temperature change has been fairly large. Now we're seeing that drier air begin to pull in. That's of course making things feel pretty good out there, even to the south where we're seeing those higher dew points. Overall, it is nice, and everyone for the most part is seeing those gusty winds. These are the sustained winds at the moment. So again, sustained 20 to 22 hasn't quite made it that far south yet, which that kind of is the dividing line where we saw with those dew points. So kind of shows you where that boundary is. But yeah, as far as the gusts go, we've all seen a little bit here. Again, gusting around 28 here in central Arkansas. We've seen 40 in Harrison, so 31 in Conway. It is a breezy day for sure. Now, as you're heading into your Thursday, we're going to start out in the mid-30s, so certainly need a coat, but we're going to top out with some sunshine and 55, and a little warmer there on Friday, and maybe approach 60 again, hopefully, if we're lucky. But that rain that I talked about with that frontal boundary pushing in, it does bring in mainly cold air, but the chance for a little rain is also there. I think that will be in the overnight hours if we see anything at all. I'm not really seeing much on the models right now. Really only seeing it on our extended long-range models, and for now I'm not seeing anything that I'm really too worried about. We'll take another look at that, but there really won't be a ton of rain for you to worry about. Now this afternoon's ahead, 54 is our average, and we're going to be a bit above that again, but then we're going to start to see that cold air really sink in. We've seen 40s before, even this season, so not too concerned about it. But the mornings, again, you'll certainly feel more of an impact there, and on Sunday and Monday morning we've already been here as well. So just make sure, of course, the plants, the pets, the people, and your pipes are all safe, and we're going to start to feel things be a little chilly in the morning time more than anything. In the 30s for the next few days, and then we're going to drop down into the 20s for that wind chill for Sunday and Monday. 7-day forecast, again, not too bad. We are continuing to see those above average temperatures. Very tiny little chance for some rain on Saturday before that cold air moves in for the weekend.
Tracy, thank you. Well, if you need to send gifts for Christmas, here are some important dates to remember. If you want something to arrive in time for Christmas, the U.S. Postal Service says December 17th is your deadline. If you're doing priority, then send it off no later than December 18th. And Priority Mail Express should be shipped on or before December 20th. Also going through the mail right now, letters to Santa at the North Pole, a holiday tradition and a Virginia book neighborhood, is being made possible by a couple wanting to make a positive impact with help of some Christmas magic. Sean Martinelli brings us the story.
This Arlington, Virginia home doesn't just have a mailbox. It has the mailbox.
They have a direct line to Santa.
And it means a lot to, obviously, a lot of the kids in the community.
Everybody who experiences it loves it. It's kind of like a miracle.
A miracle helped make possible by Susan Thompson Gaines and her husband David.
Well, when we were kids, we always wrote letters to Santa.
And we've kind of kept it up since then.
Susan and David run a nonprofit called the Kindness Activist. 6 years ago, they received a request from the big man himself.
Because he knows us and because he knows we do a lot of kindness things in our community, he asked if he could put the mailbox at our house. A mailbox. He has lots of mailboxes, but this one at our house.
It's quite an honor.
I know. I know. It is an honor. Yeah. And we take it very seriously.
And so do the kids, who come by the hundreds.
Yeah, really special. It just brings so much joy to the neighborhood.
Each child is asked to write a letter to Santa about their year and requesting a few small gifts.
Do you remember what you asked for?
I asked for the farting thing.
A whoopee cushion.
A few weeks later, Susan and David say the gifts somehow show up on their porch, which leads to reactions like this.
It's just so powerful to see them kind of just believe in this deep, deep way.
Wayne, where's the bug? Can you show me?
Brandy Horton's oldest son, Wayne, is nonverbal. Last year, his brother Jay asked Santa for a gift he couldn't deliver, for his brother to talk. "Oh, how I wish I could grant that one," Santa responded. "But here is what I do know. Even though we sometimes don't understand exactly what he is trying to say, we know he loves us, we know he is kind, we know he is smart. And when he gives us hugs, we can feel everything he has to tell us." Every single kid who writes gets a detailed response like that in return.
And it is so special to see them just light up with all the things that Santa knows about them.
There is this real sense of community.
It is very special for our family to have this space and this tradition going.
Kids can leave letters until they become teenagers, but all here say the magic doesn't end at 12.
For me, and probably for both of us, I'm naturally a curmudgeonly old, guy.
Not me.
Not you. No, that wouldn't be you. But I never really had much connection with community, and this has really made it possible to develop a sense of community.
It has renewed my belief in, of course, in Santa, but also just kind of in community, in kindness, in sharing. It gives me hope. And it gives me a sense of purpose, for sure.
At this home, you can always count on Santa to deliver. In Arlington, Virginia, Sean Martinelli, WUSA 9.
Another top 25 matchup looms for the Razorbacks on Saturday, but it's not just a shot at improving their record this season, it's settling a score from last season. We'll hear from the players themselves next in sports.
The THV 11 Sports Desk, sponsored by your Central Arkansas Hyundai dealer.
When the full Arkansas basketball schedule was released a few months ago, many were quick to note a particular quirk. The Hogs will face every team from last year's Elite Eight this year. Now, of course, only one of those teams beat the Hogs in last year's Sweet 16 to make it to that Elite Eight. That would be Texas Tech. And now, about 9 months later, Arkansas gets a chance at a little revenge against the Red Raiders, and the whole team is looking forward to it, whether they were there last time or not.
I'm ready for them. I'm ready for the get back. They sent us home. And I believe we beat them, we would have won the national championship. So, it's a lot of revenge.
He said, I want to win for them. Them losing that game last year, I know it hurt. It hurt for me watching it. I didn't want them to lose that. They had it. But, yeah, just trying to, get that win for them for sure. We'll see next week how it goes.
Specifically, we'll see this Saturday, 11 a.m., once again on a neutral floor, this time in Dallas, Texas. Also on Saturday, the high school football season will officially come to an end at War Memorial Stadium. Things will start with the 3A title game. Fordyce back in a state championship for the first time since 2021. And when the Red Bugs come to Little Rock, they bring the whole town with them.
it's everything to Fordyce. I mean, you know, we got basketball, baseball, track just won state championship, but I mean, we're a football town. You know, we got the train to come through when we play. You know, you blow horns, it's kind of like our good luck charm. You know, we win games, but we're a football town. You know, everybody comes to see the Fordyce Regulars play at Paul Bear Bryant Stadium.
And I'm sure everyone will come see them play at War Memorial Stadium. That game kicks off Saturday at noon when Fordyce takes on Mansfield, followed Saturday night by the 4A state title game between Dardanelle and Elkins. And we'll hear a lot more from the Redbugs coming your way tonight at 10 back here on THV 11.
Well, the city of Searcy is sparkling a little brighter this year, and it's more than just the thousands of Christmas lights across town. The city is receiving national recognition for its Holiday of Lights celebration, with Southern Living magazine naming it among the best Christmas small towns in the South for a second year in a row. Several city parks and Harding University all have holiday displays bringing in crowds from all over. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is gorgeous, and that'll put you in the spirit for sure.
Yeah, and maybe a good night to go and check it out tonight.
Yeah, it's a great, for the rest of the week really, I think, and even into the weekend, it'll be nice to go maybe check out some of the lights and get out and have a good time with family and friends. We are looking at a very breezy day ahead, as we've already seen some gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour. So again, just hang on to your hats and your decorations, and as we're starting tomorrow morning, you may need a coat, but it's going to warm up with plenty of sunshine and 55, and those warm temperatures will continue into Friday before we see that cold snap moving in for the weekend.
What a difference just a couple of days
can
make.
It is 24 degrees warmer
right now
than it was this time yesterday. That's what those stratus clouds just trapped all of that air just kind of on top of us. It was gloomy. It was nice to the north and the south. We were just in the gloom.
We can't get normal. We either have to be way under or above the average.
But meteorologists all over the state were having trouble with that yesterday.
Well, thank you for joining us here on THV 11 Plus for Arkansas News Now. And of course, you can watch more great shows coming up here on our streaming channel. So stay here for more on the way.